Hello, and I want to extend a really warm welcome to Anita, who's going to talk to us about her experiences of growing up in the UK as a Hindu. So, welcome, Anita.
Hello, Tanya, and all.
So lovely to have you and join us as part of our virtual Pride and Diversity Festival. So, we're really, really pleased to welcome you and to learn more about the Hindu faith.
No, it's a pleasure, and it was nice to be asked and to put the word out about the Hindu faith. It's great.
Lovely. So, well, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself, Anita?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. My parents came over from a small island called Mauritius. If any of you are familiar with that, in the Indian Ocean. They came over in the early 60s with my older brother and sister because my dad had a contract to work here, and it was only for a short term, but they never ever went back. Yeah, that's the background really. And my mum and dad are both Hindus. My mum was a very staunch practicing Hindu. My dad was of the Hindu culture, but really we followed my mum's sort of say so on the religious side of things.
Oh, that's fascinating. Perhaps you could tell me a bit more about your memories as you were growing up around the sort of the Hindu faith and how.
Yeah. Okay. My memories are that when my mum first arrived in it, where we settled, there wasn't a Hindu temple in the place where we lived. So a Hindu temple is called a mandir, which is Mandir, if ever you need to look it up. So there was not a place of worship. So from where my mum came from, that was really extraordinary, because in Mauritius there are Hindu temples and god statues on every street corner, every village, every big town, because Hindus do pray a lot. Mm-hmm. So she found that difficult. So our prayers, which I will say were called pujas, Poojas, were taking place in the home, the family home.
Okay, so that was quite a big change then from.
Yes, definitely for my parents.
Yeah. So now in the city that you live in, is there a Hindu temple now?
Yes, there is. It was built in the 70s, and my mum was actually a lifetime member, my mum and dad, and they were actually part of the building of the temple and funding towards it, because there was nothing for Hindus. Gosh. And it still stands here now.
No, hearing about the temple, the building of the temple, and your involvement of your family, and I can see that must have been a really important moment for your family and the Hindu community. Yeah. How do you think that made a difference to other people in the city you lived in?
It made a huge difference, because the Hindu temple, the mandir, to me, is a place of worship, but not just for Hindus. In the Hindu religion, Tanya, we accept everyone from every religion, caste, creed, colour. The Hindu temple is an open door for everybody. It's so inclusive. It has Jesus in its photos. We have more than 30 gods, but we have millions of gods that stem from the main ones. So that the Hindu brought together a community from not just of this city, from other places. When they heard there was a Hindu temple in this city that I live in, others came from elsewhere.
Gosh, that's very inspiring and a really inclusive, tolerant and accepting faith.
Yes, it is. Anybody can walk through the Hindu temple and will not be turned away no matter what. They will, I'm not sure, another thing is a Hindu temple will always feed people when they come through their doors. After every puja, which is a prayer, after the pujan is the last, is called the arti, which is the last flame, the candle prayer, and then everyone sits down in a hall and everybody eats vegetarian food in the Hindu community, as well as visitors to the Hindu temple.
That's
So it's
lovely.
a great community feeling, and for my mum and my parents to be part of it from the start, brick by brick, makes me very proud.
Yes, I can. It certainly is. It's something to be
Yeah.
very, very proud of. What does it mean? What for you, the
Yeah.
Hindu faith? What does that really mean to you? I mean,
Right,
you talked about acceptance and tolerance, and I mean that comes through really strongly. What else does being a Hindu mean to you?
Another strong point that my parents taught us as children is always respect your elders.
Okay.
How you treat them, how you speak. That is a very, very important trait of life, and it has certainly helped me and the way I think about things, especially in this current, you know, world we live in today. Just being calm, stop and thinking about things and doing things before you open your mouth or, you know, put an action to what you're doing. It's a huge Hindu thing. Always respect and think about what you're doing.